Good morning, Vibe Tribe. Happy Monday. Um, this this weekend has flown by. I don't know. Did anyone else feel that? Like it was Friday and then now it's Monday. Like you blink and it's gone. We're gonna start our day with gratitude, like every other Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday we do. Something that you were grateful for that happened in the last 24 to 36 hours. I just finished my first vendor event and actually had quite a lot of success with that. I was very excited and I couldn't wait to share it with everybody. Um, Other exciting news, a lot of my parcels are coming in for things to be mentioned at a later date. So we have a lot of stuff to build and play with around here in our house right now. I'm grateful that my husband is staying at work considering he was supposed to be off from like yesterday on, but they got another 3-week work week schedule. So I'm super excited about that. Vibe Tribe news. Okay, customer appreciation for a free bottle of Balance was this weekend. Hope everyone rocked that out. Thriver promoter appreciation ended at midnight last night. Hope you guys helped your team with that. We did go over that on
Friday.
Wednesday and Friday. How to help you guys with that. This is the last full week for the fall bonus. So how far are you guys to getting that $4,000 fall bonus? Thriver Elite is about to happen in December 8th. If you do not have a giant circle on that December 8th of your calendar, please do so you remember that is the pre-launch. Guys, there's so much going on right now. Ultimate Thriver has been announced. Are you sharing that? Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. Katie and Andrea are going to take over and share their amazing knowledge.
Hey guys, I am so excited to be back on here and see all your beautiful Good Morning Vibe Tribe faces. I know it's been a while personally since I've tuned in because I've been slacking. I've been sleeping in, so this is good. I love a good Monday and I love getting back to routine. So like this is a perfect topic too for our first time coming back on this. And I asked Andrea to help out because, you know, she's my right-hand man and we make each other cry. So it's going to be a good one, you guys. We wanted to talk to you about our whys. And I feel like it's super important to touch base on what your why is frequently. And especially, you know, towards the end of the year when things might be stressful for yourself in personal life, you know, holidays. For me personally, I just survived a week of birthdays, my children. I don't know why God allowed me to have both in the same week right before Christmas and, you know, Thanksgiving, but we survived. Thank goodness for my Thrive. I actually started Thrive because of my son. He literally is a ball of energy. He came into this world 100 miles per hour and he has never stopped since. And so when he was just a little over 2 years old, I decided I needed some help. I needed some help because I was in a very, very dark place. We had just gotten over a long, drawn-out custody battle for my oldest daughter. She was taken from her bio mom and put into foster care. And me and my husband had to fight the state of Nebraska and the bio mom to get her home safely. So at that point, you know, we were successful. We officially got her home. She was safe and sound, doing all the things, therapy, everything she needed to do to get on track with a healthy life. But I was sitting on the couch. I was having breakdowns. I could not function. I was overwhelmed. And I just remember thinking, like, what in the heck, Katie Sue? Like, your whole family is together. This is literally what you've been praying for years, and you're losing it. What is going on? And at that point, I knew I needed to do something for myself so that I could be the mom that I always wanted to be for my kids. So that is initially my why I started, because I was a mom desperately in need of self-care. And I have never put myself first. My childhood was not something where I could put myself first. Like, I never learned that. I've always been a people pleaser. So by this time, I had 3 kids. I was still breastfeeding my youngest. And like I said, he was a freaking ball of energy, and I could not keep up. And I was not happy. So I knew I needed something to help me learn how to take care of myself. And that's when Thrive, like, literally dropped on my doorstep. And then, of course, over the years, I've been thriving for 5 years now. My why has changed, and we'll talk about that as well. But when things get really, really hard and I get unfocused, I get distracted, maybe I get in a little funk, I have to remind myself why I started. And that's exactly what I tell myself. Like, girl, you were on the couch. You were crying every single day. You are so much further than where you started. And that's what helps me keep going. You know that saying, you have to stay close to the fire. And that is true. That is very true. But I feel like that fire, when you're close to that fire, it's only going to keep you warm for so long. You have to dig deep and light that fire within yourself if you really want to go far. And that starts with knowing your why. So right now, I want us all to kind of like interact and drop, why did you start Thrive, in the chat? I want to hear it. And then as you guys are telling us, Andrea, girl, why did you start Thrive?
To be honest, I did not think I would ever thrive. I only started the skincare line because my friend Katie Sue had hit me up forever, and I thought she was cray cray, y'all. Like, she was wearing stickers and stuff, and I was like, this girl is weird. Like, I don't need whatever she's got going on. This is weird stuff. But then one day she like popped up on my Facebook timeline, like going live, and she's like, look at my skin. Like, y'all think that I'm lying, but like, look at this beautiful skin. And I'm like, oh shit, what is she using? And then I like hit her up right away. I'm like, what is this stuff you got going on? Because I've always struggled with my skin. And so, like, I didn't even start this to try to get more energy or anything like that. You guys, like, I literally just wanted to get rid of some acne. And then about a month later, a month of doing my skincare, she was like telling me I need to try a sample. And I was like, I don't know about all this. I was like, all right, send me this sample. I'm going to tell you that it doesn't work and we're going to move on. But I really did not realize how much I needed this. Like, I was such a grumpy ass and I was so tired all the time. But like, I just felt like that was my life. Like, I felt like you have kids, then you're a tired mom and you drink coffee all the time and you're tired all the time. Like, that's just mom life. You know what I mean? And I feel like so many of us moms are like that. And we just like run on nothing, you know, and we're grouchy and we yell at our kids and stuff like that. And I didn't know that there was another way of life. And I feel like, I don't know, like it just like dropped into Thrive, like the steps. Like, I love my skincare, don't get me wrong, but the steps like slipped its way into my life. Like, boo boo, you need this. You need to do this to help yourself. Because again, I was like Katie and I never took care of myself because I was being a mom. So I put myself last all the time. And I never worried about taking care of myself. So um like, what do I want to say? I lost my train of thought. I feel like it really helped me overall. Like, I never knew why I needed this or how I needed this, but it's changed my life in so many different ways. And I feel like when I started thriving and like deciding to become a promoter and stuff like that and earning the products for free, I wanted to earn the products for free because the mom guilt. Like, it took me 2 months to order Thrive because I did not want to spend the money. And I ordered a promoter pack because I wanted a deal. And then I still wasn't even going to promote this because like I was like, I'm not going to be like her and post all over social media. Like, she's weird, but I'm going to take this Thrive stuff, because it made me feel good, better than coffee ever did. So I finally learned that I could thrive for free. And so I was like, all right, what I got to do to thrive for free? So I started learning to thrive for free and share it. And I have been thriving for free for 3 years going on. And I feel like that's part of the reason why I've never stopped, because it's something that I can do and I don't have to worry about paying for it every month. You know what I mean? And then, like, just knowing that I can take care of myself, because like as a mom, I'm not grumpy anymore. I don't yell at my kids anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is huge, because I feel like, I don't know, like it changes, like the way you talk to your kids matters. And I feel like the way I was before was not healthy. You know what I mean? And it like hits home big time for me, because as a kid growing up, like my mom didn't know how to like talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, she was always screaming at me. And then I turned into that like screaming mom, and I feel like that this has helped me learn how to be better and then take care of myself to be better. And then I'm showing that to my kids. My why has always been like doing better and being a better mom for my kids. And I feel like I'm still doing that. And I feel like I've changed a little bit with my why, but I'm still wanting to show them that I can do this and I can be better and I can, I don't know, make this something I can show them that I can accomplish my dreams, making my dream board, doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? Even my daughter has been like, when she gets older, she's going to thrive with me and she's going to promote Thrive. She told me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. Like, I thought it was so cute that she wanted to do the same thing as I did. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we, I don't know,
Inspire
our
them.
kids watch us. Yeah, our kids watch everything we do. And like for her to want, like, she's a teenager right now, you guys. So like for her to tell me that, I'm like, oh, like normally these teenagers are like get on my last nerve. So and they're not that nice normally.
So Andrea
like,
she mentioned something super important, and I want to point it out. A lot of you guys, you said you started Thrive. You were sick of being tired. You were killing your guts with coffee to have enough money and not use savings. Like, all of those are really, great reasons to start, but are they enough to push you? Are they enough to fuel your fire and keep you pushing and doing the do and all that? Does it make you cry? Okay, when Andrea first started for her skincare, that's not going to make her cry. It's why she got started, for sure. But over the course of her Thrive journey, her why has evolved and changed as she's grown and changed. And I bet you right now, if I ask her, Andrea, do you know how far you have come as a mom? Do you realize how much Adra looks up to you? Do you know how much like calmer and more patient and more active and present you are with Chacho baby? And he's a Leo.
He's like Leo.
My son is named Leo Castillo, and I just told you he was born 100 miles per hour and he's not stopped. Andrea has the same right now. So she's like living my life 8 years ago. But anyways, if I asked her those questions, I bet you that little bee is going to cry. Look at her wiping her eyes over there. Probably boogers that she's wiping out. But that is the stuff that is going to fuel your fire. If you get in a funk, if you're like, why am I even doing this? My customer quit on me. My promoter left me. Is your gut health enough to keep you going? Maybe if it makes you like feel that much better, like if you can think like back to when you were bloated and miserable and just grumpy and not happy, and then now you're the opposite, maybe that's enough to keep you going. But for me, I will cry. I know who I was back then, and I know how far I've come and what I've done for my family and what I've done for my friends and what I've seen them do. Like, my why has evolved so much over the years. I started for myself, and that was enough to make me cry. That was enough to get my ass out of bed and to keep pushing. And then it was for my kids. Like, I want better for them. I don't want to be the mom that I had when I was growing up. I want to be better for them. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to show them that we're not stuck. We can go after our dreams. We can be healthy. We can take care of ourselves. And that actually makes me a better mom, not selfish. So those are the things I have to think about. And I will literally sit here and not make myself cry, but that's the thing that will relight my fire. Like, I can get on these Zooms all day long, hear leaders talk about their success, their fire, their why, and that really hypes me up. That inspires me, but that only lasts a day because that's their fire. You got to find the fire inside of you. So let's get real. Why are we doing this? What keeps us here? I need to hear real ass whys, you guys, because that's what's going to fuel your fire inside, and that's what's going to build your success, your transformation.
That's going to keep you going.
That's what's going to keep you going.
You're having a hard time too, when the times are hard.
Yeah. So if you started for a surface reason, it's going to be so easy for you to step back and be like, oh, well, it's not working anymore. Why should I be here? Who should I show up for? You know what I'm saying? But if you have an internal fire that you are so desperate to keep flaming, you're going to do whatever you can. You're going to stay here. You're going to stick it out, and you're going to be the badass that you've always, you were meant to be. Financial help it's helped my family, the community that has allowed me to be myself. There you go. That's way deeper than gut health, my girl. That's what's going to keep you going here. If you sit here and think like, man, I had nobody. Literally, I didn't have anybody but my husband and my kids when I started this. And now I have my team. Like, I knew Andrea before Thrive, right? We worked together for years at a care center, but we were coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would say, hey, girl, what's up? If we saw each other. Sometimes we would talk on Facebook, but after we stopped working at the same place, we weren't as close. But Thrive is what brought us back together, and now she's my freaking family. Like, I could not do life without her. I could not do life without any of my girls on my team. God put them in my life for a freaking reason. And it's because I didn't have anybody. I will cry. See? This is the shit that you guys need to think about. I will cry because I did not have the support. I didn't believe that I was worthy of help. I didn't even believe that I could be who I needed to be for my family, let alone a big ass team. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I could lead anybody or myself. So that personal development, that community development, I cultivated a community. I have nothing but the best surrounding me now. I know I can call 10 people and they would come help me if I needed it. You know what I'm saying? I have what I've always needed. And I built that here with Thrive by helping myself first and foremost, and my family, and then helping others do the same for their family. So over the years, it is totally normal for your why to evolve. So if you started for yourself and maybe just to thrive for free so that you can take care of yourself, once you accomplish that, it has to change. your why has to change to keep you moving forward. So think about it as, okay, I've done this. Now I'm going to go help people do the same. So you go and find other people who want to take care of themselves, who want to thrive for free. You help them do that. And then you help them learn to reach out and do the same for other people. And do you guys see how that could ripple effect? You have to dig deep. You have to dig deep. What do you think, Andrea? You were over there wiping your eyeballs.
I know you make me cry every day. Pretty much every day we cry, boo-boo.
And I think that's so important too. If you have an upline, a sideline, a downline that you can go to and help remind each other like why you're doing this, I think that's super important too. I struggled with my why. I did not start for healthy reasons. I was 71, feeling very active, but we heard the money to be made, and that was our need at the time. Being our age and not having enough money to live in the same lifestyle was very important. And you guys, that makes sense too. My why quickly developed into funding my family as well. Like I said, my first why was to take care of myself, to thrive for free, because we did not have money for anything. We could barely keep groceries in the fridge between my husband's checks. He got paid twice a month. And at that point, I had quit my job at a daycare because I was literally just so overwhelmed. I could not function. So I quit my job. My husband said, maybe if you stay at home, you can focus on yourself. You can focus on the kids more. But I needed something more. I was ashamed to admit it, but I did. I needed something more because it just was not cutting it. So quickly, once I figured out I could not only thrive for free, but that also came with a paycheck, I was like, whoop, whoop, shit, yeah, I'm going to go grocery shop with my own paycheck. And I filled that fridge. I kept that fridge filled. So that was my why. And then after that, it started to be like, oh, okay, well, now I want extra. I want to put my daughters in dance. I want to pay off debt. And you guys, it just snowballed from there. But I'm going to be honest, 2020, when our businesses blew up on Team Badass, like our businesses blew up. And I had more money than I've ever had in my entire life. I lost sight of my why. Money was not enough to keep me going. Sure, it was freaking fantastic. It helped in a lot of ways. We paid off debt. We were able to get my daughter's headstone put up. And you guys, that was like 12 years without one. So that was huge. That was huge. We were teenagers when we had her and she passed away. So we could not afford a tombstone. Is that what it's called? Headstone? Tombstone? I don't know. Yes. But we finally got it up. Because we had gotten ourselves out of debt, we could afford the extras, we had a savings, and that was the first thing on my list to get done. And we did that. But it goes back to my why. My why is to give my children the best me, and that beautiful baby deserved a beautiful headstone. So, and of course money helped, right? We needed money to afford that. But we could have gone on vacation. I could have bought a new laptop. I could have, did all these things, but it goes back to my why. What is going to help me and my family be the healthiest and happiest? And you guys, that was like a healing that healed me and my husband for sure. So, and I'm tearing up because, this weekend, not only did we celebrate 2 birthdays, but it was her anniversary of her death this weekend. So 13 years.
I just want to point out that every time Katie has cried, she's talked about what has fueled her to
keep going.
push so hard and keep going. And that's been her why. And if you guys don't have that, if you guys don't feel that emotion, you don't feel that way when you're, you know, doing this, like you need to find that, because that's what's important. And I feel like when I feel stuck, I have to remind myself why I started, or I guess not why I started, but why I'm doing this. You know what I mean? And get back to what I was doing, because sometimes we just get in our heads, and I feel like you have to get back to what you were doing. You have to get back to the basics, just doing the do and helping other people and reminding yourself why you're doing it. You know what I mean? And I feel like the way that Katie is, like how deep she feels about her why, like that's what pushes her so hard to be successful and to keep going and to do what she does, and all the things that she's accomplished for her family and everything, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's super important. And I feel like I even tell her all the time, like, I need to do this or I need to do that, and I'm stuck. And she's like, you're not stuck, bro. You just need to do the do. And it's true. Sometimes like we just get lost in life, because I mean, even
Life
around
is
this
hard.
time, the holidays are freaking crazy and everybody's busy, 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 and there's just so much going on. But I don't really feel like this right now, I mean, can be considered a slow season, but it's not if you're really doing the do. Because even myself, I have been selling minis and enrolling new customers. I haven't enrolled a lot of new customers, but I'm still trying to get minis in hands. And that's how
Mhm.
you know, get enroll new customers. So I feel like you just got to do the do, you guys. At the end of the day, hold yourself accountable. And I feel like also all these things that the company gives us to win, like they put the 5 4 3 2 1 in our back office to hold yourself accountable. Are you doing your 5 4 3 2 1 every day? You know what I mean? Like it's basic stuff. So
For real. And getting down to your why is super basic. Like, that's the first thing as leaders we should do when we bring people in, even our customers. We need to know their why. A lot of them are going to tell you, the first thing that pops into their head. So weight loss, or energy. But it's our job for ourselves and for the people we are trying to help to get to know them good enough to know their why. And then we can help them continue. Like if my customer is like, oh, well, I'm going to skip next month because I feel so good. I don't think I need it anymore. I'm like, my girl, you started because you were at a point in your life that you didn't even want to get out of bed. You feel so good because you've been doing this for yourself. You're doing the action. You're taking care of yourself. You're filling your nutritional gaps. I want you to keep getting out of bed. You need to be able to have those conversations with your people and help them keep going. Just like you need to have those conversations with yourself. If there's days you don't want to do your 5 4 3 2 1, ask yourself, would I be where I am right now? Would I feel as good as I feel right now if I hadn't done what I needed to do back then? I feel like sometimes, like I had mentioned, when my business was booming, and, I got comfortable. I mentioned that I got distracted. I lost sight of my why. I fell off doing my 5 4 3 2 1 daily. And it showed, you guys. We were like damn near 80K. We were damn near 80K back then. And I just kind of fell into doing the like bare minimum. Some days I wouldn't do my 5 4 3 2 1. I would post, I would show up for my team, I would help them, but I wasn't growing my personal business as hard as I was when shit was hard. Does that make sense? Things got comfortable and I let I took my foot off the gas. And you guys, then I was wondering, like, oh, why am I not inspired? Why am I not motivated? It's because I was focusing on everybody else's why but my own. So I was close to the fire, but I didn't have that fire lit inside of me. So that's when you have to dig deep again and refocus and be like, okay, Katie Sue, you got to get your ass up. You got to take your 3 steps. You got to work out. You got to do the do that got you to here. You can't stop now. You can't stop now. And that's when my why had to change. You know, I got comfortable because I checked everything off my list. But then I turned around and realized there's people on my team who want to fill their fridge with groceries between their husband's checks. There are people on my team who want to put their kids in dance class. There are people on my team who want to thrive for free because they so desperately need to take care of themselves. And how selfish of me is it to take my foot off the gas just because I've accomplished my goals? I've built this team. It is now my responsibility to help them accomplish their goals. So that was a not fact checked, but self-check that I needed to have almost 2 years ago, you guys. So that's where I'm at now with my why. And I feel like it's so important to know that your why is going to change. Your why is going to change as you grow, as you accomplish your own goals. And if you want to keep building, it has to change because now you have to help others. You have to help others with their why. I think that's super important.
Very. And I feel like, I think someone said that, hold on, I'm going to read.
Our why is different than you guys. I will say thrive, although didn't start for health, has changed us health-wise, and that means everything, but not sure if that's my why. I mean, all of our whys are going to be different because we're different. We come from different backgrounds. We're just different
lives.
Yeah. And everybody wants different things. But the thing is, we can accomplish it with Thrive. We can accomplish it the same way. Yeah. Whys can change in a blink of an eye, so you need to keep in touch with yourself, team, and customers. That's exactly right. And number one, just keep in tune with yourself because I mean, we see everybody's highlight reels, especially if you follow, the big names, the Thrive, like millionaires that have been here for years. We can sometimes think, oh man, I want a 6-figure paycheck. That's what's going to change my life. Oh, I want the luxury car in my driveway. That's what's going to change my life. Oh, I want 3 vacations a year. That's really what's going to change my life. Just because that's what we see on other people's highlight reels. Is money really going to change y'all's lives? Maybe in a like superficial, like surface level. Maybe. It sure as hell relieves stress. That's for sure. But having a huge ass paycheck isn't going to build your character. Yeah, it's the little things.
Grocery money, Christmas money. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people share this thing on Facebook that says, I wear a size, I think it said gas bill, light bill, gas money, and something else for Christmas because everything is so expensive. Like they want extra money. You know what I mean?
And so right now, if I go post about my Cadillac in my driveway, people aren't going to relate to that. They are not going to relate to that. They will relate to me just throwing 2 birthday parties, and now I have Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. How am I going to afford that? They are going to relate to that. Or me putting $25 in my gas tank after I sold a Mini. They will relate to that because it's really the little things that matter and the little things that get you going.
And that's where it starts, is the little things. And then it builds into the bigger things. But at the end of the day, like, that's what people are going to relate to, and that's where it starts. So,
all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. For those of us who are still running for 4K, who haven't hit that auto bonus, how will you share with them how to share the business side? Because that's the question we're getting in our inboxes a lot, is how do I share the business side when I'm not even a 4K? That's the question we're getting. And I think you two would be the best two to bang that out.
Let's bang it out, Andrea. I freaking love that word. I say that all the time, and people think I'm so freaking funny, but I say it all the time. I'm about to go bang out a Thrive Clean. Yes, I love that. But it seriously goes back to the basics. Like, I started to thrive for free. Like, people don't know we can thrive for free. You can do that as a freaking customer. You don't have to be a 4K. You don't have to be a 12K. You don't even have to be a brand promoter. You can thrive for free. So start with the very basics, like the first steps. And you can be VIP 800 and 1600, even VIP 400 now, without being a 4K. So those are the little things that you can share. Maybe you didn't hit your VIP bonuses, but they're available for other people. You can offer that. There are so many little things right off the bat that Thrive offers our people that you can offer. I feel like, so I've been in for 5 years, you guys, and I sometimes get caught up thinking, well, why the hell am I not 200K yet? Rank does not mean anything. Okay? I have a big ass team, but I'm not 200K yet. But that does not mean anything. That does not mean I am unqualified to help people. That does not mean I am not successful. That just means that my journey started with personal development. You know, the first 2 years, 3 years of my business, I really had to build up myself because I was not the person who was able to lead people or myself. Does that make sense? Our journeys are all going to start differently. We're all at a different place mentally, emotionally, health-wise, financial-wise. You just got to start where you're at and do what you can with what you have. I mean, I don't remember when I went 4K. I'm pretty sure I went 4K within my first month, and then it took me 9 months to go 12K. And then I was 12K for like 2 years before I hit 40K. So my timeline is way different than Andrea's. She went 12K way faster than I did. 4K within her first month, I'm pretty sure too. But you guys, how we hit 4K, 12K, whatever, is by just sharing what we had. It started with just sharing our own personal transformations. And then helping people see that they can thrive for free. So our customers, we were having them tag us in posts. We were having them put us in 3-ways with the people who liked and commented. And then we told them, like, dude, so now you're thriving for free, but we could do the same thing and you could be earning an extra paycheck as well. So I feel like that's how we always have started off our promoters. They always start off as customers, and then we walk them through how to thrive for free, because that's how we started. We just wanted to thrive for free. We weren't concerned about 4K. You know what I'm saying? We did not jump ahead of our journey. We focused on where we were and worked with what we had. And then once we were thriving for free, we went out and found other people who wanted to thrive for free. And then we showed them how easy that was and that we could work together to get them an extra weekly paycheck. And then it was, okay, you need 2 promoters, 2 customers to hit VIP 800. So you literally have to just I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Back to the basics, like just
Mhm.
focus on where you're at. And even then, like before, I feel like before I hit 4K, I'm pretty sure it was on Zooms that I heard, like, you can still share the business side of this and talk about the auto bonus and be like, I'm going to earn this next, or whatever the case may be. Like, all these girls on my team, they all earn the auto bonus, and I'm well on my way to doing that next, because that's one of my goals. Like, you don't have to actually have the auto bonus to talk about it. Like, use other people's confidence to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Or share
I feel
their
like,
successes too. You can share
yes,
about Melanie going 12K, even if you're not 4K yet. You can celebrate your team and know and show people that, she did it. So that means it's possible for me. That means it's possible for you.
right. So you're like inspiring other people and sharing the business side of it. And
And
it's simple. You know what I mean?
yeah, and you're also showing people your vision, like where you see yourself going with this opportunity. So I remember too, I think after I hit 4K, I made posts like of me standing in front of my vehicle talking about how, car payments are one of the biggest like debts that people have. So being able to earn 12K would mean that I would get a $300 extra check every month to help me pay off my car. That's what I talked about. And that was way before I was even 12K. So putting that out there also is just manifesting, you guys. Like, what would that feel like for you to be able to tell your husband, hey, I got the car bill this month? You know what I mean? How would that make you feel? Those are the things. This goes back to your why and what it makes you feel. If it lights a freaking fire inside of you, that is your why. If it makes you want to cry because by God, you want to be 4K and you want to, fill your fridge with groceries or put your girls in dance, whatever. Buy your baby some new clothes, whatever it is that lights that fire. Buy you some damn chips and dip, girl, whatever you want. Like, that's what you got to work with, because
I was going to say, not putting Christmas on a credit card or something like that, being able to pay for stuff like that,
I remember, like, when I first came in, I started September. So I have my daughter's birthday in September. Then I have 2 birthdays. Well, so September, and then we have Halloween, right? When you have 3 kids, Halloween's hella expensive. And then you go into November, I have 2 birthdays. Thanksgiving is expensive. Kids are expensive. And then you have December, which is Christmas, right? So I started September. I was not only able to thrive for free, but I earned an extra paycheck, and I used that cash to get my daughter a birthday present and a birthday cake. I remember that. And that was the first year we were able to do like anything, because like I said before, we had 2 lawyers we were paying off from this long custody battle. Like, we were in debt, and so birthdays and this time of year was not fun. It was super stressful. I would lie awake just with guilt, like not knowing how I was going to even get my daughter a birthday present. So I came in, made that extra cash, got her a birthday cake, you guys. That is some things that people can do before 4K, And then the next month, I was earning extra money. We had birthdays, we had Thanksgiving. And then I remember winning a team contest. And I was in Walmart, and I was PayPal'd that contest cash prize. And you guys, I started Christmas shopping. Like, for the first time in forever, I did not have to use layaway. And that was huge. And that's something I talked about. I literally was like dancing down the aisles at Walmart Christmas shopping at the end of November. And you guys, before then, we would start a few weeks before Christmas and hope to hell we could pay off our layaway in time to get like literally the presents home the night before. We would stay up, wrap all those presents, stick them under the tree. And it wasn't that much either. It was maybe like a few gifts each for each kid. But we really had to work hard to pay off that and get it home in time before Christmas and wrapped and everything. So it was super stressful. And that first year that I thrived was the first year we had extra cash to do stuff like that and be ahead of schedule and relieve some of that stress. So those are things that you can talk about for real. Even if that's not your story, you could talk about how you want to pay for Christmas without putting it on a credit card or a layaway. You can talk about how you want to be able to cover your Christmas or your car bill. So I think that's super important. But it goes down to knowing your why. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Like off of the Notebook. I always think of that. I don't know though. What else, Melanie? You got any questions for us? Anybody? Pop questions out. Like let's help each other.
The question you guys answered, and that is just sharing somebody else's story and being real with it. Like you may not be there now, but you will be next year. You may be next month able to buy that big Christmas gift. That's the only question that's been in my inbox for the last like 2 weeks on a regular.
What do you want? Yes, Christy. I just think it's super important. I just think it's super important not to get caught up in other people's whys too, or let your why become an excuse. Because life is hard, you guys. Life is hard, and over the last 5 years, shit has rocked my world, and I could have easily said, you know what? I give up. I quit. Hi, my baby. I love you. Say hi. Hi. Yes, you can go to guys. Love you. Have a good day.
Love you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, sir. Love you. Love you.
Love you too.
Have a good day.
You too, Mom.
Close my door.
Okay.
One more. You look very beautiful.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
I'll see you at your game.
Okay.
That's my why, y'all. And I will cry. I love them little brats. And they're so big now. Like, that's my why. As they grow, my why grows and my fire grows because I stay focused on them and myself. So, I love you guys. Thanks for letting us pour our little hearts out to you today. And I hope this helped you guys think about, why you're doing this. I hope it's helped you focus, inspired you. But I know I'm fire. I know Andrea's fire. Y'all stay close to the fire, but I want you guys to light your own fire. Y'all are lit. Yeah. Okay? So go be little badasses today.
And don't think you won't see these two again because they're coming back in December to help with our dream boards because we have all the Vibe Tribe leaders jumping in for dream board training with you guys at the end of December. You're not allowed to see mine. It's really
dream boards are so important, and I feel like if you put emotion into it, just like your why, you're able to cross things off these lists. So, or these dream boards. So, thank you guys. I love y'all. Let's go get people on Thrive today. See how many people we can talk to, connections we can make. And just throwing this out there, I'm always here, happy to help any of y'all. So, love you guys. Have a great Monday.
All right, guys.
Love you guys. Go Thrive out loud.
Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye.